Welcome back, everyone. We're diving headfirst into another Premier League matchup today.
Definitely a big one coming up.
Wolves taking on Bournemouth.
Yeah, should be exciting.
And you guys have really outdone yourselves with the intel this time. We've got stats, articles, all sorts of things to break down.
Yeah.
And just looking at it all at first glance, I mean, this one's looking like it could be really interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. On paper, Wolves have got that win streak going.
Yeah, they've been on a tear.
3 in a row now, right?
Yep.
But it wasn't pretty at the start of the season. They went on that crazy long streak without a single win.
Wow. Yeah, I remember.
The longest they've had since, like, the 80s. I looked it up. It's wild. And then you've got Bournemouth over there.
Yeah, how about them?
They were looking so good at the beginning, right? And now they seem to have lost a little bit of that magic.
Bit of a stumble. So kind of two teams trying to figure out,
Yeah,
where they fit in, I guess.
exactly. Trying to find their consistency.
But something that really jumps out at me is how both these teams, they really come alive later in the games.
Yeah, the second half is where it's at with these two.
So does that, like, even things out? Does that give one of them a leg up? I don't even know.
That's the big question, isn't it? It's tricky because Wolves have this, well, they've got this issue with conceding goals late in the game. I'm talking after the 75th minute.
Oh, yeah.
8 goals they've let in during that period. And that's the most in the league. Makes you wonder what's going on there. Like, is it fitness? Are they losing focus? Or maybe something tactical that leaves them open?
That's a really good point. So if Bournemouth can hang in there, you're saying maybe their own knack for late goals could actually be the key.
It really could. I mean, they've scored the most goals in the league after the 75th minute, so they definitely know how to turn it on late in the game.
Okay, so they've got that in their favor, but there's always a but, right?
Yeah, right. We got to look at Bournemouth's away form. And honestly, it's not been pretty. They haven't won any of their last 4 away matches.
Oof.
And get this, they conceded the first goal in 3 of those losses. So trying to catch up against a team that might be tiring, but also might, suddenly find their attacking stride late in the game.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's a risky strategy, to say the least.
Okay, so their away form is maybe not working in their favor. But wait, didn't they get a clean sheet at Wolves' home ground last season?
Oh, you're right. Good memory. Yeah, they did.
It wasn't that long ago, so maybe that gives them, I don't know, a little bit of hope.
That's a really sharp observation. You're absolutely right. It was their only clean sheet in their last 11 away games. So it does suggest that maybe Wolves' home advantage isn't as much of a factor for Bournemouth as it is for other teams.
Interesting. So we've got these team trends. But what about the players themselves? Are there any individual matchups?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Or players who could really swing things one way or the other?
Absolutely. So on the Wolves side, I'd say keep an eye on Gonzalo Guedes.
Okay, yeah.
He's been on fire lately, especially in those second halves. He's scored in each of his last 5 league appearances, every single one.
Wow. So if Wolves are having a tough time early on, he could be the one to kind of turn things around.
Exactly. He's the guy to watch. And for Bournemouth, well,
yeah, who do they have?
you got to look at David Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
He just has this knack for scoring late in games. Most of his goals have come in that second half, so if Bournemouth are trying to catch up or seal the deal, he's the one to watch.
Okay, so just to recap here.
Yeah, let's break it down.
We've got Wolves. They're on a winning streak, but they tend to get a little shaky in those late game moments. And then you've got Bournemouth who, thrive late in the game, but they struggle when they're away from home.
That's it. And don't forget those 2 key players.
Geethies and Brooks.
Yeah, both real late game specialists, but go either way.
It really could. This is setting up to be a really, really interesting match.
Absolutely. So here's something for everyone at home to think about as they're watching. We know Wolves can be vulnerable late in games, right? And Bournemouth seem to have a bit of an edge over them, at least on Wolves' home turf. So could this be Bournemouth's chance? Could they use that weakness to their advantage and snag a win even with their away form struggles? It's going to be a fascinating watch, that's for sure. Keep an eye on those last few minutes. Will Geddes be the hero for Wolves, or will Brooks steal the show and get that win for Bournemouth?
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
That's right.
Thanks for breaking it all down for us. Until next time.
Anytime. Enjoy match, everyone.